Hi, what's up? How is it going? Today's video we are going to be designing a flyer for a church. So without further ado, let's step into it. Mind you, you actually really even have this pictures, the link is gonna put in the video below for you to download to make use of. So let's step into it. So right now the very first step is to go over and change the page to A5. Then you double click on rectangle tool, automatically snap into the page. So let's bring the image. We are making use of this image, so right now let's reduce it a bit. So let's bring in the text. We have the logo ready made right here, so let's arrange the text at first. So let's go ahead and just change the font to Futurati. Let's cut the heading, which is this. Put it right there. I'm actually dealing with what's it called, Foursquare. I think we don't need this, so let's arrange it first. We'll leave the space of the logo to put later. So let's take this up. So let's go ahead, hit Ctrl K to break it into pieces, bolding this all up, make it wider. So zoom down. So what we're actually going to be doing is to change the this to green. Then let's go ahead and let's Powerclip this, make a duplicate, center it all up with the previous one. So let's go on, select the top one and locate your what's it called, transparency tool. Then you change the merge mode to subtract to give it edge right there. So this is nice. So let's go ahead and bitmap everything together. So right from here, let's choose CMYK. Let's see the result of that at first. I think let's go back. I think we needed to use RGB convert to bitmap. So to retain the look of the image, hit OK. There you have it. So let's make a duplicate. So what we actually going to be doing is to go ahead and crop this. So we are cutting that off, make a duplicate again, hold shift key, select previous one, release your mouse on your keyboard, then you tap on C and E to center it all up. After with that is being centered, go ahead to your shape tool, range from this angle, then hold Ctrl key, then you drag it in just like so. When you get to your destination, you stop, then you go ahead and stretch the remaining one to have it stretch. So what shift key said the other one convert to bitmap, then you have it. Boom, nice one. So let's Powerclip this in. Go ahead, select that, go ahead to object, locate Powerclip, then hit on the inside frame, select the object, automatically snap in. So let's go ahead and just adjust this. Good, nice one. So let's zoom up. So right now what we're actually going to be doing is to create object right here. So let's make that green, then let's go over and just make a duplicate of that downward. So we're actually going to make this, let's make it this color. Go ahead, sample, select your color editor to sample this color right here, then you point on the object, then you have it. So let's stretch that downward till it levels up with the image, just like so. Good, nice one. Zoom down. So right now what we are actually going to be doing is to select, just present a day, dog game, scramble, ludo, table tennis, ayo, okmo, that's etc. So let's cut that. That's the main key of the program. Cut that, then paste right here. So let's make it white. So right now what we're actually going to be doing is to break this. Then let's have the whole of the games beneath it. Hit Ctrl K. What we're actually going to be doing is the a day indoor games have to be bolder than the rest of the the main game. So what we needed to do is to make this bigger, then go ahead and break the game. Hit Ctrl K to break it into pieces. Then let's delete these dots. So what we're actually going to be doing is to change this font to Gargle fonts. If you don't have this font, you can go online. You can go on Google to the search for Gargle fonts. Most definitely you're actually going to really come across the fonts on download. That's that. So let's make the games bigger, then go ahead and make all this all cap. Nice one. So let's go ahead and select our shape tool, close the tracking. Nice one. So let's make it bigger a bit, then let's go ahead and have the rest of the game bolder. Good. Nice one. Stretch. Nice one. Go ahead and have this border as well. Let's go ahead and make all of this cap. Good. Go ahead and make all of this all cap. Good. Nice one. So what we need to do is to make it bigger. There you have it. Then let's have this to be, let's change the font to Switzerland, a bit wider. Nice one. Right click to make the outline white, position it normally. There you have it. So what we're actually going to be doing is to make all of this a left to, I think it's nice. So let's make it right alignment, just like so. This is quite nice. There you have it. Position is a bit downward, then we are actually going to paste the logo right here. So let's create, because their logo is kind of square. So let's make that symbol right there. That's where we actually going to put the logo. So let's go on and have the rest of this. Before we go further, so let's effect this test. Go ahead, select your what's it called, interactive field tool, drag on the games test, then double click at the middle. So let's make this grayscale. Move this white dot closer, then move the gray closer to that. So go ahead and right click on white to make the outline white. Before we go further, so what you need to do is to duplicate this, then you go over and select the down part, right click on that. So let's go ahead, hit on F12. So let's make the one, this one, then check on behind field, scale with object, hit OK. So let's go on and select the top one, or shift key, select the previous one, release your mouse and your keyboard, then you hit on C and E to center it all up. There you have it. Group it all up. Then let's go over and select your drop shadow. So let's apply drop shadow to that. There you have it. So let's go on and make it 4 point. Hit OK. It's quite nice. Then you go over and ungroup it, check on drop shadow. So there you have that broken. So there you have it. This is quite nice. So let's go on and just have the rest of the text to be beneath it. Then go ahead, let's zoom up. So right now we actually going to have to really use symbol for all of this. Then the date has to be first, then break this. So drag that down. The reasons we needed to just have the logo to be at the top, or the information is actually, we just have to do it like this, because all of this has to be accurate. So let's make a proper arrangement so that we can have the logo at the top of what's it called, the information. Let the logo be at the top, then let's have the rest of the information drag down a bit. It's quite nice. Good, can you see that? So let's zoom up. So what we're actually going to be doing is to cut this. This has to be strategically placed. Ctrl V to paste. Then let's break this. Church premises, that has to be broken. Then Shomolu, Lagos. Let's position this on the right hand side. Then let's have the dates. So what we're actually going to be doing is to type at the top of this at symbol, break that. I think it has to be beside it. Give it space, then tighten it all up a bit. Go ahead and space it all up. Good. Nice one. Good. Nice one. Position this right in. So let's go ahead and have all of this broken. Then bolding the dates, because that's the main key of the program. So let's make this the fourth bolder. Then the dates, the time rather, make it bolder. So let's give it left alignment, make it a bit bolder. So right now what we needed to do is to actually, bring in a symbol to indicate, all of this. So let's go on and create a symbol of dates. Zoom up with the help of our rectangle tool. Go ahead, select your shape tool, round it all up. There you have it. So copy inward, right click when you get your destination to have a copy. So boom, can you see that? So let's go on and drag this in. Right click when you get your destination, automatically copy paste. So let's copy forward. Right click when you get your destination, automatically copy paste. Then you will control key on the keyboard, tap on R, automatically repeats. So let's combine everything. Center it all up, duplicate downward. Right click when you get your destination, hit Ctrl R to have it duplicate. There you have it. So let's reduce it upward. So what we needed to do is combine this object. Ctrl L, there, automatically combine. Then let's create an object right here, squeeze it a bit, then duplicate it. So check this regular one, hit on Ctrl R to combine, then center it all up with them. That's good. So what you need to do is to wear these two objects all up. There you have it. Combine everything. Combine. There you have it. Nice one. So let's make this black. I think black is okay, so that to really prevent colorful outlook. So I think that's nice. So let's duplicate that downward. Put Ctrl key down and then hit on K to break that into pieces. Zoom up. So let's delete the him object. Then let's combine everything. There you have it. So let's create a symbol of time. Create a box inward. Then go ahead, make that black. And click on this portion to appear, to disappear the outline. Then go ahead and center it all up with the object. So let's go on and have an object created at the top, just like so. After that is done, apply black. Right click on this, then click once, then drag this 0 indication downward, then to the center. Then you go ahead and rotate. Right click when you get the destination. After that is been done, put Ctrl key on your keyboard, then tap on red R. That's a repeat of that. There you have it. Boom. So let's go on and duplicate this first one, then stretch. Then let's go on and duplicate this. When you get the destination, you right click, automatically copy paste. Then you go ahead, convert to conf. Then you go ahead, select your shape tool, select that, then drag that a bit forward. Good, there you have it. So let's zoom down, combine everything. There you have the symbol. Good, nice one. So let's drag this inward a bit. There you have it. Good. So as this, we've achieved what we want, but in the recent, some people we needed, you know, the background to be colorful and all of that, you know. As for me, this is quite simple and classic. So to make it a bit, you know, a bit nice, so what we need to do is to just go ahead and drag this downward. Go ahead and make a duplicate of that. Forward, right click, go and get destination, then you make this green. There you have this a bit, you know, nice. If you want it to be a bit, you know, classic, you needed to apply something unique to the background. So, you know, classically, I think this is quite nice if you leave it as this. But if you want to actually add a little bit of color to the background, I think you can still achieve something. So, by not, you know, spoiling everything. So what you need to do right now is to go on and just make a duplicate of the whole thing. Forward, right click, then you have that duplicate, then you go over and select this background, go ahead, hit on G, then drag on that, you know, the G command that signifies interactive field too. So let's go on at the top of it. So we're actually going to make that lighter green. Better still, tap on yellow to have a little kind of, you know, effect. Good, nice one. That's nice. I think that's nice, quite nice. So I have to complement the whole thing. I think we needed to add the logo. So before we go for that, so let's save what we've done. You know, peradventure, if you decide not to save, you can lose all of this in a blink of an eye with your own negligence. Or what our advice is to actually save at first, so that you can save your effort, you know, so that at the end of the day you won't regret your action. So what you needed to do is to just hit Ctrl S to save the work that you've done so far. So right now what you needed to do is to just use MFM, use Foursquare games to save it. Then you hit on save, so that you can be at the saver side before you go on to search for the logo. So let's go on and search for the logo. So let's type Foursquare. Then you hit OK. Let's see the results. So I have a whole lot. So let's just open this up. So what we needed right here is the logo. So let's wait a while for that to open up. So the whole of everything opens up. So let's go on and just copy the logo. Copy that. Then you go on to what you are doing. So this is it. Do paste. So what we're actually going to be doing is to have the logo to be at the top, just like so. Position it. Good. So make it bigger. Delete all of this. Is the logo that we needed. We have the, what's it called, the branch name right there. So I think we needed to send title up. So there's a few things we needed to change. I think prominently, let's make use of blue. I think that would be nice. Change all of this to blue, and change the shade of color right here to blue as well. This has to be lighter blue. Nice one. Then let's go on and have the logo center all up right there. Good. Nice one. Change this to royal blue. So let's go on to the next one, royal blue. Delete all of this, duplicate the whole of this. Good. Center it all up, then change this to royal blue. There you have it, achieved. So let's go on and set the outline to none. Go ahead and have the shadow. Go to Y flat, take effect. There you have it. Go ahead on group. Good, there you have it. So let's spacing that all up. Good, there you have it. So let's zoom up. It's quite nice. So as you can see, we actually come to the end of the tutorial. You can see the outcome of what we created so far. It's quite, nice and a bit, sorted out. So here we come to the end tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're clicking on the button to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button so that we can benefit from what we have shared so far. So I will see you in my channel. See you in the next video. Bye for now.